Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss the methods of integration, and in the last lecture we have seen that the definition of integration, and also we have seen the basic standard formulae, and we have solved examples on it. So we have already discussed there are three methods. First method is integration by substitution, second integration by parts, and third is integration by partial fraction. So today we are going to study integration by substitution, and by the name itself, substitution means we are going to substitute another variable in the integral so that that integral reduced to standard form. So let's start integration by substitution, and this is our first theorem. If x equal to phi t is a differentiable function of t, then integration of fx dx equal to integration of f of phi t into phi dash of t dt. That means integration with respect to x we have changed integration with respect to t. Now we will assume this left hand side as function of x. So let integration f of x dx is equal to g of x. Now since right hand side is integration with respect to t, I am starting from d by dt of g of x. And since this is function of x, by chain rule this can be written as d by dx of g of x, and again this dx by dt. Now look here, integration and derivative are opposite processes. So integration of fx equal to gx, that means derivative of this equal to fx. So we can write d by dx of g of x equal to f of x, and we will use this here, d by dx of gx equal to fx. So I am writing here fx, and since x is a function of t, phi of t, so dx by dt we can write as phi dash of t, and again we will write this x means phi of t, so f of phi of t into phi dash of t, and again d by dt of this equal to this, that means integration of this equal to g of x, and therefore by definition of integration we will write this g of x equal to integration of this, so f of phi t into phi dash of t dt. And again check g of x means integration of fx dx, so by 1 we will substitute here, so integration of fx dx is equal to, write down this. This is the proof of first theorem. Let's check now first corollary. If integration of fx dx equal to g of x plus c, then integration of f of ax plus b dx equal to g of ax plus b into 1 upon a plus c. We have seen this result in the previous video. Let's check now what is the proof of this. So here in the left hand side we will consider, since this is method of substitution, we will substitute ax plus b equal to t. Therefore differentiating, since a is constant outside, derivative dx, b is constant so its derivative 0, and here dt. Now we want the value of dx, therefore we will move this a that side, so this is dt upon a. Now we will substitute this and this in LHS, equal to integration. Now this means t, so here f of t, and dx means dt upon a, so dt upon a. Now since a is constant we will take out of integration symbol, and what is remaining? ft dt. And now here it is given that integration fx dx means g of x. So ft dt means g of t plus c. So 1 upon a, here we will write g of t plus c, and again in the last step t means ax plus b, and so 1 upon a g of ax plus b and then plus c. So we have proved. This is our second corollary. Integration fx raised to n into f dash x dx equal to fx raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus c for n not equal to minus 1. So again we will start from left hand side, and in this LHS we will substitute fx equal to t. So I am writing here, let f of x equal to t. Now we have to take derivative. So differentiating, we have f dash of x dx equal to dt. So now take LHS here and substitute these values. Now here fx equal to t. So we will write, and f dash x dx means dt, and we can use now x raised to n formula. Its answer is t raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus c, and again in the last answer we will substitute t. T means f of x. So final answer is f of x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus c. This is the proof. Now this is our third corollary. Integration f dash x upon fx into dx equal to log of fx plus c. So again we will start from LHS, and here we will substitute this fx equal to t. So let f of x equal to t. Now differentiate because we want dx. So f dash of x dx equal to dt. Now take this LHS here. Now check here, 1 upon fx means 1 upon t, and this f dash of x dx, this is dt. So we will write here 1 upon t and here dt. Now integration of 1 upon t is log of t by standard formula. So t plus c, and again we will replace this t function of x. So we will write log of f of x plus c is the proof of corollary. And this is our fourth corollary. Integration f dash x upon root fx dx equal to 2 root fx plus c. So again we will start from LHS. First we will substitute this fx equal to t. Therefore differentiating this, so f dash of x dx equal to dt. So now take LHS here. Therefore integration 1 upon this fx means t, so we will write here root t, and f dash x dx means dt. Now we know derivative formula, d by dx of root x equal to 1 upon 2 root x, means integration of this equal to root of x. So here we want 2, so we will multiply and divide by 2 here. So 2 integration 1 upon 2 root t into dt. Now integration of this equal to simply root t, so we will write 2 root t plus c, and again t means f of x. So final answer is 2 root plus c. This is the proof of our fourth corollary. These are above corollary together. Our first corollary was, if integration of fx dx equal to gx plus c, then integration of f of ax plus b dx equal to, we will replace x by this, so g of ax plus b. Now divide derivative of this, so its derivative is a, and then write down plus c. So let's check one example. Integration sec square of 5x minus 4 dx. Now we know that integration of sec square x is tan. So tan of, write down this bracket as it is, 5x minus 4, divide the derivative of this, its derivative is 5, and then write down here plus c. Very easy. We have seen second corollary, this integration of fx raised to n into f dash x dx equal to this fx raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus c. So let's see one example. Here integration of sine inverse of x raised to 3 upon root 1 minus x square dx. If we will assume sine inverse as a function of x, its derivative is, we know, 1 upon root 1 minus x square. So its derivative is present here. So this is fx raised to n, and by this formula its answer is directly inverse of x raised to n plus 1, that means 3 plus 1 means 4 upon 4 and plus c. Let's see third corollary. Integration f dash x upon fx dx equal to, we have to write log of this denominator, that means log of fx plus c. So let's see its example. Integration of cot of x dx. We can write cot as cos of x upon sine of x. And now if we will assume this sine x as a function of x, derivative of sine x is cos of x present in numerator, and so directly we can write its answer as log of this denominator sine of x, and then write down plus c. And fourth corollary is integration of f dash x upon root of fx dx. Then in this case we will write 2 root fx and then write down plus c. So let's check one example. So this is our example. Again we will write this as 1 upon x, we will write here in the numerator, and downside write down root of log of x. Now if we will consider this log of x as fx, then its derivative is 1 upon x present, but this function is under root symbol, so directly its answer is 2 root this fx is log of x plus c. Now we will use these rules and we will find the integrals of some trigonometric functions. Now let's check the integrals of some trigonometric functions. These, we don't know the direct standard formula for these functions, so we will find out that. First we will write the answers of these. Integration of tan x dx is given by log of mod of sec x plus c. Integration of cot x dx is log of mod of sine of x plus c. We have solved this example above. Integration of sec x dx is log of mod of sec x plus tan of x plus c. And integration of cosec x dx is log of mod of cosec x minus cot of x plus c. And now we will prove this one by one. So let's check the solution of first one, integration of tan x dx. Now tan we can write as sine of x upon cos of x into dx. Now use corollary. If we will consider cos x as function of x, derivative of cos x is minus sine x, but we will adjust this as minus of minus sine of x upon cos of x dx. So we will consider this as fx, and derivative of cos x is minus sine x. This is f dash of x. If the function is of this form, so directly we will write answer log of this denominator. So this is equal to this minus sine log of, write down this cos of x plus c. Then again by the rule of log, this minus means minus 1. It will be the index of this if we will move here, and cos of x raised to minus 1 means 1 upon cos, and 1 upon cos means sec. So its answer is log of mod of sec of x plus c. We have already solved integration of cot x equal to log of mod of sin x plus c. Now let's check what is third one, integration of sec x dx. Now here for convenience we will multiply here sec of x plus tan of x, and we will divide by the same bracket, that means value will not change, into dx. Now multiply sec x to separate these two terms. So again we have sec x into sec x, sec square x, and sec x into tan x is sec x tan x upon this bracket as it is. Again I'll rewrite this term here and this term there. Now check, derivative of sec x is sec x into tan x. Derivative of tan x is sec square x. That means derivative of this whole function fx is present in the numerator. So we can write this as log of this denominator. Log of mod of sec x plus tan of x plus c. In another way, we will write this as sec means 1 upon cos and tan means sin upon cos. Denominator is same, so we will add up numerator, and again we will write 1 as sin square x by 2 plus cos square x by 2 by this identity. And sin of x we will write as, use sin 2 theta formula. So this is 2 sin x by 2 into cos of x by 2. And also in the denominator we will use cos of 2 theta formula. We will write this as cos square x by 2 minus sin square x by 2. This is mod sin completed. And now numerator is expansion of sin x by 2 plus cos x by 2 bracket square. Check now, first term square, second term square, twice of these two terms. And in the denominator use a square minus b square formula, that means a plus b and a minus b. So upside downside this one bracket get cancelled, which is same, and so what is remaining, sin x by 2 plus cos x by 2 and this bracket. Now divide upside and downside by cos x by 2. So we have, and dividing by cos x by 2 here, this is 1 minus this is tan of x by 2. And so now we will consider this 1 as tan of pi by 4, and in the denominator 1 minus, here we will consider 1 into, and again this 1 we can write as tan of pi by 4. So we will use tan alpha plus tan beta upon 1 minus tan alpha tan beta, and by this formula its answer is log of tan of, here we will write x by 2 and here we will write pi by 4 plus c. So this is the final answer. This is our fourth formula, integration of cosec square x dx, which is log of mod of cosec x minus cot x, and again this can be written as log of tan of x by 2 plus c. And now you have to try and solve, practice for this solution, and we will use all these formulae and we will solve examples in the next lecture.